Hi friends, this is Julia. Today I'm here to share my Out with the Old video for my July and August 2014 Counterfeit Kit Challenge Club kits. For those two kits I used to make, um, gosh, sorry, I wrote it all down. I made 40 8.5 by 11 layouts, 48 8 by 8 calendars, and 12 by 12 layouts. Now these are all for Christmas gifts. So yeah, those kits that I made were ginormous. And I felt like I could get most of my Christmas stuff made with these. And so I did. I managed to get it all. I only had to add in a little bit there at the end when I got down to the very end. Anyway, um, and I don't know which kit is which at this point. I don't know where my pieces of paper with my kit information, my kit names. Holy moly. These kits, I feel like I've just cranked out and cranked out and cranked out some more layouts from these kits. But anyway, one of the kits started off with a paper pack from close to my heart, and is probably one of the oldest ones, if not the oldest one that I had in my collection. And it was called Caprice. Anyway, so I built the kit around that and pulled in and pulled in and pulled in some more. And so I don't have any of that paper left. I mean, I have scraps of that paper left, but no like full sheets. I don't have full sheets from anything other than some of the paper that I added in. But anyway, that's that. These are all of my empty packages. And you can see I have tons and tons of empty packages. I feel like I literally killed these kits. I have so much stuff here. Small bits and pieces that I pulled into these kits, and I used the heck out of all of them. Some of these, now I might have like one or two stickers left, and I've kind of combined them, especially if they were textured stickers or anything. I might have combined them onto other sheets, but I don't really have that much. Like I had one piece of this long piece here I had left over. That's it from that. I know I didn't start off with the whole thing, but I had several pieces on there, and I finally got those used up. Same with these. You know, I have some hearts left off of here, these tiny bitty hearts, but I have them left. And so that I combine them onto another sheet. Some of this stuff, some of these packages, like this one, I have this piece right here left that I didn't use. I used all that I had of these things, or combine them into other packages. I'm not going to be overly fussy. I used all the pieces from this package. I used all the pieces that I had from that package. Lots of little random bits. So I got tons and tons and tons used up this time out of these two kits. So as far as embellishment goes, here's my little tray. These are, and I don't remember which kit was which, but these were the washies from one kit, and then these were the washies from the other kit. And some of them, like this one, I really got a lot of use out of. This one I got a lot of use out of, and this one I know I got tons of use out of. Those will all go back into my stash, and I'll get those maybe one of these years. I'll get those all used up. Of course, I still have tons of sequins left, and those will go back into my stash as well. My little wood veneers that I had, there were flowers and butterflies and leaves, and I used a ton of those. I had a ton of these corrugated shapes from Close to My Heart, and I did use some of these on some layouts, but I still have tons left. I used floss, but of course didn't use it all up. I didn't use any of these, and I think I maybe used a couple from there, and I used a little bit from this package. This package was fuller than this package because I had never used any of this. 3 different brad sizes, the tiny itty bitty ones, the medium size, and then the larger brads. In here in 4 different colors, and these are just the larger and the medium size. They don't have the little itty bitty ones in there, but I used like almost almost all of these and a big portion of those. But I still have lots of brads to return to my stash. And you saw I used up that whole one other sheet like this that I had lots of brads on. Same here. I have lots left on here, but I've used a ton. And I'm not going to hunt back through and find the packaging that these came out of. I'm just going to leave them here and return this to my stash. And next time I need to use black and white brads, I'll pull these out. These were two portions of frames that I didn't use. I had cut them up. I don't know. I think they're probably going into the trash. Make that judgment call pretty quick there. This is an embellishment I made with the sticker and then a frame. That's the other portion of that frame, and I cut down a piece of Project Life card for that. This is a leftover chipboard piece. These are all the Project Life cards that I had left. And you know, I don't know if you remember from either of the kits, but I pulled in a ton of Project Life cards for both of them. And that's what I have left for both sets. A piece of a doily, some random, that went with that package of chipboard. That's that one little piece I told you about. That went with that pack. That went with that pack. A couple little acrylic pieces there. That's left over. That is from an add-on pack, and I had it down on a layout and then changed my mind, so I pulled it up and stuck it down. And you'll see, these are, I'm going to add them back into a random chipboard piece that I have, or baggie that I'm going to make. A lot of these came from packages of chipboard or leftover bits and pieces. All of this is what I'm talking about. And so I used a ton of the chipboard that I had, but I still have a ton left. These were raw chipboard shapes, and I sprayed them with mist, this glimmer mist. And it is Partridge in a Pear Tree by Tattered Angels. I used that on there. This one I actually was about to use and backed it with a piece of paper and then changed my mind. I used tons of the chipboard, especially the little tiny pieces, well, and one of the big huge pieces as well. I had some embellishments that I made myself. I have that left. And these are all of my journal bits that I had that I added in, the titles that I had. And I had a lot in here, but these are what I have left. There's that one piece of chipboard that I have left. And then through my color bins, I went and I pulled out tons of stuff. And this will all go back to my color bins. And I used, I mean, this stuff, you know, it is hard to make it look like you put a dent in it. These I cut out. I had a sheet with those on it, and I just punched them out with one of the die cuts, the nesting flowers that I had in my kit, in one of my kits. And so they'll go back into my stash, into my red bin. That's a leftover sticker there. Lots of journal bits. That's from when I used to swap, and I had two of those. I used one. These are more of those little My Mind's Eye punch apart pieces. More journal pieces. And these are from both kits. I mean, I didn't divide them up. I mean, I just threw all this stuff together as I started creating. I tried to keep it separate initially and then didn't. For one kit, I pulled in a set of embellishments. They were this green color from when I used to swap, and this had a butterfly on it. I wanted to use a butterfly on the layout, so I peeled it off and put that on there, and then I had this left over, but I didn't want to throw it out in case I wanted to use this green leaf or something. And then I kept that, you know, is the piece that goes into that pocket. But I might find a use for that. I might go ahead and punch that out and keep that. Some leftover little bitty pieces of stickers, 2 photo corners on that one, and then a little frame on that one. Chipboard pieces I was going to use and cut them in half to use them in different locations and didn't. I have a couple little metal pieces left. These. A basic gray clip. And then that. And then I have a lot of the little tiny scrap paper I went through, not all the tiniest, but I went through some of my favorite pieces of scraps and punched out some different shapes through while I was making layouts and such, and that's what I have left over from all of that. I had those two mist in my Smooch Spritz in my kit, one of my kits, either July or August, and I didn't use those very much at all. The brown I tended to use more. I had all these buttons in my stuff, and I hardly used any because I have still quite a few of those. Okay, so that's basically what I have left of embellishments. Let me move some of this stuff out of the way so I can show you some more of what I have left over that will be returned to my stash. Now mind you, some of it may not be. Some of it may be thrown right in the trash. This is it for paper, guys. This is what I have left. I have, these are border pieces that from scrap paper that I went through, and I had all these borders and you know that I was pulling from as I was going through the kit, and so that's that. I didn't throw these little tiny pieces of paper away because I kept making like little banners and stuff out of them, and I'd find a use for them. So and you can see I kind of have things broken down by size to make it easier for me when I'm looking for something. Because the colors were so similar in both kits, I really pulled things by size. And some of these, that was the original, one of the original pieces of paper from Capri. That was the inspiration for this kit, and I just added other colors in. And you can see that's some that I added into the kit. And I have lots of little scraps. Some of these are favorites, like this piece and this piece. I know for certain that those will go back into my stash. Others not so much. These are all the 4x6 sizes that I pulled from my stash to use, and that's what I have left of those. And then these are all the larger pieces of paper that I have left. Lots of cardstock bits, because all the cardstock in the kit I cut down to 8.5 by 11, and so I have lots of those pieces. A lot of this will, like I said, will go into my scrap bin. And then I had that one piece of watercolor paper that I had wanted to play with, but never did. Never got around to using it with this kit because I was pretty much in a hurry to get things done, because I keep thinking I'm running out of time, I'm running out of time, I'm running out of time. But all I have left to do is to put photos on the layouts that I made. That's it for paper that I have left. And then as far as stickers and other embellishments go, I think I started with exactly this in this little package, but I don't remember using anything out of here. I may have used like maybe that circle there, but I still have a couple little pieces that I may pop out of here, cut away from the other words so that I can add them into my stash. Still have those glitter letters. Still have these glitter letters or words, but I use quite a few off there. This package was one that I had enamel dots, I had these little coaster shapes, I had other coaster shapes. That's all that I have for there. And as far as the stickers go, this on this side and this on this side is what I had. I had, you know, epoxy pieces, tons of stuff in here, but this is what I have left, and I kind of want to keep it together because they match, and I feel like, you know, I can get some use out of them. These are what's left of the Caprice assortment. It's called My Stickies Assortment. I use the letters at least once, and you can see I used the heck out of these two sticker sheets, but I still have that one with just a few off of it. So I'm sure at some point I'm going to get some more use out of these. So, and because they are all kind of, well, they all do match, I'm going to leave them together. I'll probably go through my kits to see, my Close to My Heart kits, to see if I can match them with anything else. I used a couple of pieces from here. I used nearly, well, everything on that side and just had that side left. This set of rub-ons I use the heck out of. And they're still good after all these years. I mean, I had good luck with them. This set I used the heck out of. I know it doesn't look like I used that many, but I really did, because I used all these tiny little dots here. There were tiny little butterflies like this that I used. Now this bling sheet on top, I hardly used anything off of that, only because these were so very big. So I don't even think I'm going to keep those together. I'm going to separate those and keep the red bling someplace else away from those. I'll put it in my bling drawer with my other red bling leftovers. That sticker sheet, the dimensional sticker sheet, I used quite a few off of that. That was a brand new package. I used all of that with the exception of one little piece. And then my stickers, you know, as I go through here, you'll see I use some and others. This is one of those pieces that I combined several, like those leftover basic gray stickers and some other things. I had that great huge basic gray sticker left over. That's a My Mind's Eye punch out piece of paper that's left over. But I used, and I know I don't remember going through each of these sticker sheets with you when I first started, when I built the kits, but and so some of them were quite used up, and I have hardly used those. Others I have used the heck out of. Like, I know I've used lots of words from there and lots of stickers from that. I've used lots from there. I actually did use at least one thing from there, and I used several from there. Nearly used that up, and so what I'll do, this other page of stickers that I have over here, you know, if I can fit that and that on here, I will, or I may just make another leftover sticker sheet. I had 2 pages of these that were partially used, and I used some more of those. I did use at least a couple of those. Some of these I've used, some of them, this one I nearly used up. I still have a portion of a sticker here. I have this piece and this piece left, and that's it on there. I used several from there. I used quite a few from these sheets. I don't even think I used one on here. That's one that I had used previously. I used a couple from there, several from there, and this goes on here. These are old Miss Elizabeth's, and I used quite a few from there. Well, not quite a few, several used from there. I did use, I want to say this one from here. From these, I used here, I used here, I used here. And I cut these things apart from this page to use them on different things. I cut that one apart and used it. I mean, but I still have quite a few of those. Somehow I had 2 of each of those sheets. The punch apart pieces, the punch out pages, I really wanted to use that title Life there in the middle and never got around to using it. But I think I used the inside of this. And I want to say I had one of these pieces left in there that I used. And I have several of these that I used from here. Let's see, it goes like that. Like these banners, that circle, that square, that flower. So I got some use out of it. I think I used maybe one of those. And then now my alphabets from both kits. Mind you, some of these I use quite extensively, others not so much. This is a really old set, and I don't know that I've used that at all. I might have. Some of these, like this piece right here, I think I'm going to take that and put it with my other leftover stickers, because I have a couple of vowels left, an E, an O, an I, another I, and see if I can combine some words. There's 2 sets in here of the Lush Green Alphas. I have those left, and I hardly used any of the alphabets, only because on the calendar pages I didn't put any titles really, or I mean on the, not the calendar pages, the scrapbook pages, I just used sticker words and things there. And I'll do another video and I'll show you those pages. I didn't use any of those. And doing calendar pages, I may have used a couple of these alphabets, and I think I used the stencil once on one of my calendar pages. But that's it. That's what I have left over. Now the stuff that I added in, it was, oh, here's all of these like cut apart things that I pulled in from my stash. I used one transparency, but I have, oh no, I guess I used 2 transparencies and I have 1 left. Because I started off with 3. I have that left. It was half of a sheet, and then I have those 2 photo mats. What I added in was a set. It was from Cloud9 Designs, and it's, I don't know what the collection was called. Hannah's Story, really old set from 2007. And these are beautiful papers that I've had, and I've kept them together. A couple of them are double-sided, a couple not. Love that. Some of them have that embossed look to them, that raised look. And I just had tons of embellishments here, but I mean, I just needed a couple extra papers, and I mostly used the papers from there. I didn't use the embellishments too much. I used them to some degree. Like, there's that one thing that I had left over on stuck to my bowl. I used that, and I used that. I used more off of this page, these random little flowers and bits here. Used a couple little chipboard shapes. Didn't use any of these words. Used a couple flowers from here. Used a couple border strips and a square there. There were a couple of epoxy pieces on here, and I did get a little bit of use out of those. And then on these little felted flowers, I used a couple from there. And then I had these 2 pieces of paper that I pulled as well, just to add in some additional cardstock. But that's it. That's what I have left. I barely touched this stuff, but I used probably, I think originally I had like 8 or 10 pieces of this paper, and I had multiples of this paper, so I mean I still have 4 sheets of this paper left that I'll be able to do something with, as well as all of these sticker embellishments. But I'll put them back together in a bag and hopefully be able to pull them out some other time and get them used. Anyway, that is my kit, or what's left of my July and August kits from this year. Now, just a reminder, I made 40 8.5 by 11 layouts, 12 12 by 12 layouts, and 48 8 by 8 calendar layouts. So, yeah, I think I got pretty good use out of these kits, both of these kits. I still have a couple, one from June and one from November on my shelf that hopefully I will get some use out of soon. Anyway, thanks for watching today, guys.